Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Art of Creation Homestead. We're here in Southwest Ohio, if you're not aware where we're at, and we do all of our food growing and chicken raising and whatnot on the back half of our half-acre property. So it's not a huge amount of space. It's just the backyard. It's basic backyard, but we do grow a decent amount of food, and at least we try to. And we try to keep growing as far as we can into the winter, or into the late fall and into the winter even. But sometimes, obviously, weather just happens, and this year it got really cold really fast out of nowhere. We kind of go from spring to dead of winter in like a day. And sometimes, you know, maybe you get a little caught off guard and you're not really prepared to have all your stuff in. Maybe you got some greens or some other root vegetables, some things you're trying to hold on to, which is what we do every year. So what I want to cover today is just basically how do you extend that harvest, right? How do you continually, you know, grow things, or how do you hold on to that food when it gets to 17 degrees faster than normal? Because that's what we dealt with this year. It just got to that temperature quicker than normal. I mean, we were in the 70s and then we were at 17. It was really fast, and that's just how it goes sometimes. Like we have these carrots here. These carrots, they got uncovered a little bit, and so that last freeze mate got them that were uncovered. But the ones that weren't uncovered by the wind, a little stronger. These are a little stronger than these. These got uncovered by the wind because we had this right here. See? This is an Agribon AG30, I believe is what this is. And we use it just over top of this. So it should have been like this. The wind blew it off. And once that wind blew it off in the middle of the night, wasn't much you could do. Now I'm sure the carrots are still okay, honestly. The carrots are still fine, but they're probably not going to grow anymore. We'll have to wait and see. I mean, it's supposed to get warmer again this week. Have a decent Thanksgiving Day forecast, and so we'll have to wait and see. We're going to let them go the rest of the week and see. But the carrots are still going to be fine because they at least were covered for the most part. But the others I think are going to continue to grow. Like over here we got these green stalks, and you have the little plant supports that can hold up this frost protector, and inside, oh look, beautiful lettuce, did really good. Up here we already cut some off, but even the very top looks good right there, still looks good. So that frost protector has done a really great job. I mean, again, the wind's blowing like it is right now. You see it blowing up against them. See? And it held on. I mean, those greens held on in there, and the frost protector did its job. And they're going to continue to grow now because we had that frost protector over it. That can handle a good amount of cold weather and keep your greens alive and keep them growing. I think again, we're going to get warm again this week. They should continue to grow a little bit. But by the way, the Greenstalks are on sale this week. They've got a Black Friday doorbuster deal. You could probably, the 5-tier original Greenstalk is probably at its cheapest price you may ever find it at. It's got a doorbuster sale for like $119, I think. Then you're gonna get an extra 10% off after it's in your cart. Then you can use our code ART10 ART10 to get another $10 off. I think you can get that thing for like $97, $98, something like that. Great price, never gonna get it any cheaper. So check that out this week. In the Ultimate Spinner base that's on there, probably the cheapest price you're gonna find it at the same time that you're gonna get the 5-tier. It's a great gift, a wonderful gift to give to somebody. So check that out. Everything's on sale there for some price. Some are cheaper than others. But I think at least everything's 10% off. That is a great way to continue to grow into the winter. There's another thing we do down here in this raised bed. It's not going to be a perfectly great example because the kale that's in there didn't get germinated fast enough. But there's still something to show you. These little row covers here, they're awesome. You can find these in a lot of the seed supply stores. They come already attached to these wire things, and they'll fit right over top of a raised bed. See? They come and you just drop them in, push them down in. They're pretty durable. This one held on to this kale. There's a little bit of kale under there, just very, very lightly. But held on to that. It's doing a good job. We've had it, you know, like that kale's been up maybe this high, been like a nice green. And we've had it hold on to those, and they do a good job. Chickens didn't care if it got cold, did you? You handled it just fine, didn't you, Tilly? I get that question a lot. What do you do with the chickens? Well, let them stay. They do fine. They can handle it. No eggs, but that's just typical for this time of year. You girls like the camera, huh, Tootie? Yeah. Lily back there, that's Lily. She likes the sun. That's sweetness. Yeah. But they do good in the cold. There's no harm there. Like if it got down to really, really crazy cold, I'm talking like maybe below -20. They might be hurting, I don't know. But we've never had that issue. Like if it gets down 10 degrees or something, we may want to protect some of their more prominent combs and wattles. They might have issues. But other than that, they do really good. These greens here, we forgot to cover them. And so they may not have made it, obviously. 17 degrees is pretty harsh on them. So they're probably done for. But if we covered them, they've been just fine. Another thing that you can do to keep growing and keep your crops alive is use these little tunnels here, okay? You can buy them at Amazon. And we have these raised beds. We would have done it on these raised beds if a rabbit hadn't ate all of our greens, but a rabbit was eating all of our spinach and our kale that was planted in this one. So there wasn't really a whole lot of point in trying to do that here because a rabbit ate it all. But I'll show you what we do. You can just take all those tunnels, see, like this, okay? Line them up like this. They're very cheap, very easy to use. You put them in your raised beds, down like this. There's several of them here. 1, 2, 3, 4, there's 5 of them. 5 of them there. Line them up through there, and you can just take that Agribond that I was showing you down there across those carrots. You take it, put it over top of them. Now all of a sudden you got yourself a row cover, and just weight it down. It works great. It works wonderful. You can put like broccoli in there, cabbages, any kind of brassicas, lettuce, spinach, all this stuff that can handle the cold weather, but maybe not just that hard freeze. All those things work great inside of that. So you see, there's really no excuse. Honestly, there's a way to do it if you want to keep growing food into the harshest of weather. You can still get it. A lot of things will certainly make it in a variety of manners. So there's always a way, whether it be lettuce, spinach, kale, you know, carrots obviously are still doing fine, cabbages, all these brassicas, they all can make it if you just try a little bit. They'll always make it. So thank you all so much for watching. We do appreciate it. Hey, my name is Jason, Art of Creation Homestead. We love y'all. God bless you and goodbye.